Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Knicks Cave. I'm Jan, the Knick fan, your host, and let's get right into it. But before we get into it, I want you to do me one small favor. I want you to hit that like button. I definitely want you to subscribe, leave a comment. If you want to know when the next video going to drop, hit the notification bell. Well, let's get right into it. Y'all seen the thumbnail, and what do y'all think? Jalen Brunson, this last year with the Dallas was a contract year, and he turned that into a big paycheck. Some would say he got the bag. A lot of people say that Jalen Brunson was not worth $104 million 4-year contract from the New York Knicks. And I'm going to be honest with you, to a certain degree, I have to a certain to a certain point, I have to agree with them. Um, I I would have been happy with the Knicks giving Jalen Brunson somewhere around something like we gave Evan 4 year in a $70 million 4-year contract, 80 million 4-year contract. I still think Dallas wouldn't have matched it. And I still think Jalen Brunson would have left Dallas because that Jalen Brunson he wants to control the offense and he wants to get from under Luka Doncic's shadow. He wants to prove that he can be a point guard in this league. He wants to prove his worth. Like, I think Jalen Brunson is a very good player, but how good can he be? And that's what he want to show. Well, he's going to get his chance in New York, and not only is he going to get his chance in New York, he's going to get his chance um justify that paycheck. Why the New York Knicks gave him $104 million, and that's what I mean by he had the most at stake. He's one of the players with the most at stake. Uh, there's a there's a lot of rumbling going around about the Knicks management not being. I don't know. I just read an article about other front offices saying that the Knicks front office is not a front office they can work with, and I like that because that means they're not stepping over the New York Knicks. They're not going to just throw anything at us, and we just going to accept any type of deal, bringing in veteran old players for bad contracts just to try to make a move for a free agency coming up, and we never get there. But with this Jalen Brunson deal, I mean, the Knicks had a good offseason. Some people might say no, some people might say hell yeah, but I'm one of the people that say hell yeah. And the Knicks had a good offseason, in my opinion. We signed Isaiah Hartenstein, we signed Mitchell Robinson. The draft, considering the picks that we pick up, I like the picks, the draft picks. The player, I'm not too keen on the player. I don't mean no disrespect, Trevor, but I got to see you play more. I want to see what the Knicks going to do with you. Are we going to bring you up from the G League, D League, whatever you want to call that? But Jalen Brunson, he has a lot to prove this year, and it's not like when I say he have a lot at stake, it's not like we're going to cut him or we're trying to trade him. It's going to be his first year, but he's going to have to justify that $104 million contract. That's just my opinion. Moving on to Julius Randle real quick. Now, Julius Randle, what can I say about Julius Randle? A lot of people said Julius Randle that year, that 2021 season was a fluke, that Julius Randle would drop back down to his average numbers. Y'all heard me say many a times before that Julius Randle is not a true number one. So, yeah, I expected that. But Julius Randle can get you at least 16, 17, 18 points a night. And depending on what this team do, that might be sufficient. But I'm not going to lie you. I was upset with Julius Randle last season, and even though he had an inefficient game, it wasn't more so his game that got me pissed off. It was more so his mannerisms, how he was acting on the court. It was like a big baby. He just was very immature. But if you want to look at it through a basketball point of view, 20 points per game is not bad. Like I said, he was very inefficient. Uh, the year that everybody gave him this praise, he was shooting 45% from the field. Um, that dropped down to 41%. He shot 41% from downtown. That dropped down to 30%. But them are still good numbers if you really want to look at it and compare to a lot of other players in the league. If we can get Julius Randle to still average 20 points, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I know y'all have to be honest with yourself. Had Julius Randle not had the attitude and still had the efficiency rating that he had, we would not be as mad as Julius Randle. We wouldn't be calling for a trade. You know what I'm saying? We wanted him traded that first year. To the second year, we kind of fell in love with him. Then the third year, we wanted him out of here. But he's going to be here for a while. The Knicks have tried to make moves, but I don't think any of Julius Randle have a lot at stake because he's going to have to prove to other teams if he want to leave New York and go to a contender. That was rumors and rumbling uh, going throughout the summer that Julius Randle wanted to leave the New York Knicks. I actually played the clip in an old video I showed that he actually said, "Get him out of here." But Julius Randle's gonna have to redeem himself in the New York Knicks fan base eyes and the New York Knicks media. So I think he can do it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section. Will Julius Randle come out and redeem himself, have a good year, have efficient numbers, and you know, put up a better attitude? Uh, Last but not least on this list, and I know a lot of y'all was expecting to see my man RJ Barrett, but the person with the most to me, the person with the most at stake for this offseason is Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish has not lived up to his potential, and that's just it. Teams are getting tired of talking about Cam Reddish potential. And I know there's a lot of Cam Reddish fans on the New York Knicks fan base, and there's a lot of Cam Reddish fans, period. But Cam Reddish have to play up to what uh what everybody thought he can be. Coming out of high school, he was very high a prospect going into college, and he had flashes in college that made you think he can be a good player. A lot of people like to try to put him in that 3D category, but he just have to show that he can stay healthy enough to stay on the court, and that he can be more consistent when he's on the court. I know Tom Thibodeau didn't give him the minutes that he would like to play, average something around 20 minutes, but he was only averaging 10 points per game. So I can understand Tom Thibodeau thinking. But to be honest, all of us do not really understand Tom Thibodeau thinking. I know Tom Thibodeau have a lot of fans with the New York Knicks fan base because I see it in my comment sections. But a lot of people also want Tom Thibodeau out of here. And I'm one of them. I'm one of them persons. I want Tom Thibodeau out of here. Like I said, these are three players with the most at stake on this year coming up. I know a lot of people want to talk about Evan Fournier, RJ Barrett, but these guys really don't have anything at stake because RJ Barrett just signed that contract. He's going to let him get a little run. Evan Fournier, I keep telling people, Evan Fournier did what Evan Fournier is capable of doing. Evan Fournier averaged 14 points his whole career, and he came into New York, and that's what he gave us, 14 points. It's not our fault that we overpaid him. But I still like Evan Fournier. I would like him to come off the bench, that is, though. Evan Fournier was one of the best three-point shooters in the league last year. We definitely need his shooting. We need him to be a little bit more consistent on defense. But I do like Evan Fournier, but I just want to put him on the bench. I think Quentin Grimes or even Cam Reddish can start, but Cam Reddish have to prove himself in camp. And this is going to be an interesting camp. In other news, the Knicks re-signed Ryan Arcicano. I like Ryan. He was a solid backup player when he did get in the game. And I just think we had a lot of solid players last year that didn't get enough playing time. And I hope Tom Thibodeau have a different philosophy on this year's season, on this year period offense, and maybe the Knicks will. Well, I'm being honest. I think the Knicks can make the playoffs, but if this team can at least get us out of the first round, it would be a win-win situation for the New York Knicks. We had a good off season, not a great, but a good off season. And with that being said, I want everybody to stay safe, stay healthy. God bless, and peace.